Hey everyone, thanks again for joining me for this week's Soulmate Oracle reading. Okay, I'm in Marcy-on-Plage and I found a beautiful quiet area alongside the beach, on the other side of the beach, and I found this beautiful tree, and I've been doing a lot of meditation and readings underneath this tree. So there's a lot of spiritual energy that I've been feeling right here, and I felt that this would probably be the best way to put out this reading video. So I hope you guys are all watching my videos on social media, because I've been trying to post as much as I can. I want to bring you guys all with me, and as beautiful as it is, I have to share it with you all. So I will be doing more live videos as soon as I get back into the States very soon. But whenever I have a calling to do a live video, I want to just put it out there. Now, I did put one out last week, and I hope a lot of you got to see it. If not, the relay is available on all of my social media sites, so I hope you can check that out, and if you can join me for the next one, that'll be great. I will be posting as soon as I'm able to. Most likely it might be today, so this is early, so I want to just make sure that everything works out good with this video first. So today I want to talk more about the energy shifts that's been going on, because a lot of you are still going through the energy shifts, and a lot of you have been still feeling the after effects. I know I have. It's a lot to do with the physical body, because the physical body seems to affect all of us in a sense where it feels like it's a heaviness, and you may be feeling more tired. The thing is that you have to not just fight it, but you have to just try to not pay attention to everything, because it gets worse. Not worse as in physical. I mean, yes, go to the doctor, make sure you check yourself out if there's something that you're feeling that doesn't feel right. Of course, obviously you're going to do that, but what you need to do is just focus on your soul center. And I always talk about meditating, getting more spiritual, getting more in tune with what you need to do for this time, especially during these energy shifts. And we are going to be coming into the Venus retrograde. The Mars retrograde ended on the 27th, and Mercury retrograde ended a few weeks back, so the shadow phase should be fizzing out little by little. Now there's going to be a lot of changes that you may be seeing in your life, whatever that may be, because we are preparing for a new season that's coming up, and we don't want to talk about it, but yes, autumn is almost here and summer is almost here, or I should say spring for a lot of you. So either way, it's a beautiful time. I love both seasons. So either way, embrace what you have in front of you. Get out there, do things, just constantly put yourself into a more of a positive setting. Don't let negativity, don't think about it. Okay, so with this reading, I'm going to focus more on love relationships. What I do is I don't look at just the general love area, but I try to help with spiritual connections, spiritual energy, spiritual relationships that have more meaning to you. That includes all of the soulmates, twin flames, karmic connections, even past life connections, whatever you're involved in. Sometimes it's best to not look at just what type of connection do I have, but more of what do I need to enhance my life, because it's all about your life, regardless of who you're with. Okay, so this reading video I put out is mainly to help you, like I said, to empower you. It's not messages coming from me, it's actually coming from the divine. And the divine has these messages that are put out there. We get them through videos and signs and whatever the universe wants to show us. This is what we need to pay attention to. This is what we need to focus on. Okay, so if you're just tuning in, my name is Anne, by the way, I should have said that at the beginning. And I do reading videos every week, and I am doing live. So you can check out my channel, and also if you'd like to book your own personalized reading, I do phone chat and email readings, and the links are down below in the description area, as I always say. Check it out. Also check out my blog articles, and I will be writing out new blog articles. I have them all in the queue, and they're all in draft, and I'm still working on things. It's been just very, very busy. As many of you know, it's not easy just taking up and just going to Europe, but I do it every year, and I love it. It's part of my routine. It's part of my husband's routine, and I just love it. I just love just being out there and just getting out there and showing you all what I see. Whatever I see, I want you to see. I want you all to experience it. That's what we're all here to do, is we're all united. We're all together. I apologize if I don't have a good voice right now, because my microphone is not with me, and I may sound a little far away. So if I do, I apologize, but I will get things better next week, okay? So without further delay, let's begin the reading. Okay, normally this area that I was just at is very quiet and peaceful, but since it is a Saturday morning, there was a lot of children and games playing, and there's a tennis court right next door. So I found a quiet area in my in-laws' backyard. It is quite beautiful. As you can see, this beautiful water fountain in the background. So I think this works out really great. Okay, so the cards that I'm using today are actually a mixture of cards, and because I use a mixture of cards like I explained on my live video, it's only for the fact because I want to take every deck with me and I could not decide. So I took random cards that I felt that had a calling to me. I didn't know what cards came up. So I have over 200 cards with me today, and it's much easier to lug around 200 cards on an airplane than it is taking several decks. So I've meditated and I've shuffled the cards, asking the angels, the spirit guides, what we need to know in order to get past this week, to understand what it is that we need to know in order to manifest our dreams and to get past any type of obstacles that we might be encountering. So the first card that I pulled, Feeling Alone. And this card represents the Divine Masculine. The Divine Masculine is feeling alone. The Divine Masculine hasn't been himself lately. It seems like the Divine Masculine has been trying to move forward, trying to move away from past emotional insecurities, past negativities, but it seems like that something keeps pulling him back. And a lot has to do with the energy shifts that we've been experiencing. Feeling alone is not necessarily always a negative thing. Sometimes we have to reflect. We have to let go. We have to sort of cleanse and detox our soul centers. And this happens with all of us. Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine periodically go through this, where they don't know where they're at comfortably. So they're going to go back and forth into every little area that they've been to recently or maybe several years ago. Sometimes a relationship is not coming to the point where you feel comfortable. You don't feel like you're grounded with this person, and something is making you feel like, I need to get out of this relationship. But though you love this person, this is feeling alone inside. You're sheltering yourself. You're scared. You're afraid of that love manifesting, and maybe it's past emotional insecurities that you're holding on to. And that's where the Divine Masculine needs to release and surrender. And we've been seeing this in several readings. I've been encountering this a lot with my clients as well, because releasing and surrendering the Divine Masculine, the collective of this area and energies, is coming through that they need to let go. And the Divine Masculine cannot hold on to it too much longer, because there's changes up ahead. There is major changes. And sometimes when you're not with anyone, and maybe you have disconnected from somebody, maybe this is taking a break, or maybe it was just something that you had to do. Feeling alone is actually, like I said, reflecting, meditating on your soul center, meditating on what you need to do in order to empower yourself to get past all this, because everybody is meant to be with someone. It's not like we can just find ourselves happy being alone and being content. Oh, that sounds great if that would be true, but we are brought into this world in order for us to be with someone. And actually that someone is meant to be with you as well. You're meant to help somebody. Now, if you don't love yourself, you're not going to be able to love anyone. I mean, it comes in as they can't love you as well. It's like when you don't love yourself, you're not loving them as well. So it's actually an energy exchange. Learning how to love yourself, maybe this is why there's a reason why you're feeling alone. You could be with someone. You can even be married, in a relationship, living with that person, and guess what? You're still feeling alone because you're not loving yourself. And that's where the Divine Masculine needs to learn how to love himself. Otherwise, he's always going to feel this way. Okay, so let's go to the next card. And I put crystals down just in case. It's a little windy. And I hope there's not wind as we're talking. Okay. Listening with your heart. And as it says on the bottom, if I can clear it up, if not, I will just read it. I trust the messages I receive from my heart. And that is true. Actually, trusting the messages, trusting what you feel in your heart, listening with your heart. Divine Masculine, although he's feeling alone, the Divine Masculine is actually hearing something come through, something that is telling him he is not alone. He has to start listening to what is being told to him. The energies that you're feeling right now, maybe you're not allowing love to come through. And I feel like there's a stubborn energy where you've been through so much in previous relationships, and although this relationship that you're involved with, or you're trying to get to know this person better, or maybe you're apart from this person, you're actually not listening with your heart because you're not giving it a chance. Sometimes it's like a feeling like you just want to just give up and maybe not put too much effort, maybe not put too much into the situation. I feel like this is a message for someone that they need to start listening with their heart, whatever that may be. I don't know your situation. I don't know what you're going through, but I do know that there is something that is trying to come through. I can feel a lot of emotional energy with this card, because the emotional energy is saying, hey, I'm here. Listen to me. Divine Masculine is reaching out to you. Divine Masculine wants you to listen to your heart, wants you to open up, wants you to let go, release, and surrender. Now, Divine Masculine not necessarily is meant for the man. It's actually for the woman as well, because we all have masculine and feminine that lives inside of us. Maybe it's not you. Maybe it's the person you're with. Maybe it's your girlfriend or your boyfriend or your husband or your wife that you're noticing they're not listening with their heart. How do you make them listen to what their heart is saying when you're not listening to what your heart is saying, and you're not giving it a chance? You're not giving yourself a chance to have that feeling with love, to be with that person. Listening with your heart is letting go of all the excess baggage. And when I talk about excess baggage, I don't mean, okay, I forgive that person that did me wrong and I'm just going to move on. No, I'm talking about forgiving yourself. I'm talking about forgiving what you've been being so harsh on yourself with, because that's mainly why people don't love themselves. That's mainly why people hold on to grudges, because it all comes down to one thing. You're not the one that is loving yourself. You're not the one that is giving to what your heart is saying. Your heart is saying, yes, I need love. I need to feel it. I need to be loved. Why can't this person give me love? Why aren't they listening to me? Why aren't they listening with their heart? Because I'm listening to them and I'm trying to be the best husband, or I'm trying to be the best wife, girlfriend, boyfriend. It's all about what you do for yourself. Have you been focusing on yourself? Maybe you say, yes, I do the things that I'm supposed to do. That's it. You're supposed to do something and you think you're programmed. But guess what? Embrace the love. That's why I like to talk about getting out. Because sometimes when you see things, and when you travel, like I'm on, away from my homeland, and you can travel anywhere in your own backyard. You can travel anywhere in your own yard, your own comfort of your living room. You have to just embrace the love that's inside your heart. It doesn't start in a different, beautiful place. It starts from within. Remember that. Because you can go to the most beautiful, beautiful location, and if you're not really loving yourself, you're not going to be really happy with the place that you're in. Okay? Think about that for a second. We don't always love ourselves because we're not loving who we truly are. Okay? So let's go to the next card, and this is a unicorn card. I'm so happy when I see the unicorn card comes up. Oh, love heals fear, and it is so true. Love this card. You can see the beautiful unicorns. Well, one unicorn, and I think this is a tiger or a lion. I mean, it's a feline. I apologize if I'm not saying the right animal, but what it says on the bottom, I will read. The power of your love can help bullies and angry people to be less afraid. And that's true. That is really true, because love heals fear. And when someone is trying to dominate you, Divine Feminine sometimes gets insecure. Divine Feminine, she doesn't see the love that's inside of her heart, just like I said about the Divine Masculine not listening to what his heart is saying. The love that's inside of her is healing. She is going through a healing phase. This is the main reason why she has been caught up with emotional drama, emotional insecurities, and she's been tired. She's been like saying, I can't take this anymore. I'm being bullied. I'm being pushed in a corner. people around me don't understand me, people around me are not getting it, and I don't feel secure with myself anymore. This is why the Divine Feminine seems to allow people sometimes to, I have to say, it's like a dominating energy, but though she's upset about it, she's not happy about it. She's not her authentic self. And when people around you seem to think they know it all, and they think that they're trying to gain something from you, and they're doing things to you that you know that they're benefiting from it, because you're not feeling like yourself, and you seem like you're giving in, but you're not. Actually, you're not. I feel like there's a lot of people that let this happen, and they want to fight back. There's that little voice inside of them says, I need to say something. I need to be more assertive. I need to say what I feel, not in a negative way, but with love, because love heals the fear. Fear is inside of all of us, and it can range from anything. It can range from being nervous about an exam or a relationship, meeting somebody for the first time. Maybe you're in a relationship that it's been long distance, and maybe you're going to meet this person, and maybe you're planning on meeting this person, but guess what? You're kind of afraid of meeting face to face. Maybe they're not going to like me. Maybe they're not going to see me, but though they've seen pictures of you, they've been video chatting with you. Trust me, I've been there. I video chatted with my husband. It's more about what you need to do is overcome the fear. If you're running from it, you need to face it, whatever that may be. If it is a fear that you have inside of you and you think you're running from it, you're hiding from it, guess what? You're not. You're actually allowing the fear to dominate you. You're actually allowing the fear to live inside of you, and this is the main reason why you can't live with love in your heart, and you're feeling alone, because the love that you have inside of you is healing that fear, but you're not allowing it. Sometimes our ego, and I know I talk a lot about ego because ego plays a big role with, like, putting us down or putting us into a place and putting us into a corner where we strike back and we say things that we don't mean. I mean, I say it too. I mean, we are all human. Ego is a good thing and it could be a bad thing. But if you're not, like, listening to what that balance is, and stop, look, and listen before you speak. Be the person who you are. And remember, if you say it straight out, be the person you want to be, because that's who you are. You think about it, you say, I'm going to say something, and I'm not going to say it with hatred or negative. I'm going to say it with love. And whatever that person may think, maybe this is someone that you care about. Maybe this is your twin flame, your soulmate, your divine partner that needs to hear the truth. The divine truth needs to come through. The spiritual balance has to happen between you two, because you're allowing yourself to be pushed in a corner. When we allow ourselves to be pushed in a corner, people automatically think, okay, they don't mind. But guess what? You do mind. You matter. You matter the most, because if you don't say something, it's never going to get better. And I say this to a lot of people, and a lot of people hear me. A lot of people understand, but they don't do it. And that's not because it's their fault. It's because they're not listening to their heart. And then something clicks, and maybe the ego part that really wants them to say something pushes them. Their soul center, something happens, and they get an awakening to say, I'm going to say something. I'm going to listen to what my inner guide is telling me. My intuition is saying I should do this. I'm getting advice from Anne. I'm getting advice from my sister, my brother, that I should be myself and stop being afraid. And this is what you need to do. You need to just listen to that little voice and do it. Maybe it's not now, maybe it's later. I know a lot of us are not ready. And, think about these things. We all have to think about these things and plan these things out before we can do it. Remember, it's all about you coming to your soul center and making something happen in your life. Okay, let's go to the next card. I don't want these cards to fly. Oh, grounding. And this is a beautiful card. Sacred Traveler, one of my favorite decks that I use. As it says, go deep, explore your roots. And this kind of like the setting looks exactly, whoops. We're going to have a little problem with my tripod thingy. It looks a little like where I was just sitting, if you can see it. Well, that's a stream, but oh my gosh, that beautiful tree. That's what I visualize. You know, I meditate and I see things when I go places, and that's not just here, but everywhere. And I just have to embrace it because there's a vision, and that's when I get visions the most. You're right now grounding yourself, and that's what I'm doing too. I'm grounding myself. Explore your roots. Like I've explained in the last video, that I felt like there's a calling in France for me. I'm in the South right now, but you can watch my previous video if those of you don't know about it. But when there is something that is calling out to you, explore your roots. Go deep. Go really deep. Because guess what? That's the only way you're going to ground yourself. When you go back to the basics, maybe it could be a place that you've never thought about, but you're always feeling, I need to go there. Maybe you're watching something on TV, and yes, a lot of the locations that we see are like so beautiful, and we wonder, where is this? And so it's made in a studio either in Toronto or Vancouver or Atlanta, whatever, or Hollywood. And you say to yourself, I want to go there. But maybe it resembles something. Maybe you're getting a vision from it, that you need to explore that area. And you know what? You don't really have to explore it so much in the physical. I like to dream. I like to visualize. And I usually go on the internet and look at different places. I look at pictures. I look at photos. I love looking at photos, by the way. That's why I love Instagram. And it helps you dream. It helps you to visualize. Go deep. Explore your roots. Meditate over it. I like to meditate a lot on things that really call out to me. And meditation is going to help you ground yourself. When you ground yourself, you can see things a lot clearer. That feeling alone is not necessarily like you're all alone. This is a card that represents being by herself, but there's a light inside of her hand, as you can see. She's got a light that's glowing. That light is what's keeping her. And she's looking beyond the horizon, looking at the beautiful moonlight, beautiful mountains, and you know, it is just gorgeous. It's just a place to find your soul center. Listening with your heart, trusting what you're feeling from the divine, because those messages constantly come through. And when they constantly come through, if you don't hear them, you're always going to be afraid to move forward, to ground yourself. So it all comes down to one thing. Divine Feminine is healing. Divine Feminine is coming to terms with certain things. You're feeling it, but you have to allow it. If otherwise, you're going to lose it. And I have to say that if you don't feel it from within, it's never going to manifest. So this is why you have to go deep inside your soul center. Release the excess baggage. Release the negativity. Release whoever is bringing you down. Sometimes people bring you down and you don't realize that you're allowing it, like I said, because the love is going to heal the fear. And maybe that person that you may feel, maybe at work, it's always at work, it seems like sometimes, or family members, that they bully you into being something that you're not. And when you feel that way, you feel, I don't like myself, I'm not happy with myself, and you're not feeling like you want to do anything. Maybe that person is really troubled, and that person is taking it out on you. And I'm not telling you to feel sorry for that person that's bullying you, but stand up for yourself and do it with love, and think about that person. That's the person that actually has the issue, not you. So maybe you can help them in some type of way by being more assertive, not yelling, of course, but being more assertive and just going with love. Okay? So I hope that this reading resonated with you, because in many ways it has resonated with me, and I see a lot of things, like I said, in different parts of me, that this reading messages that come through from the divine come through to me. And when I do, I have to say it the way it is. I have to bring it out. Sometimes it's not exactly what I want to say, because my mind is not focused on, it's not me that's bringing it out. And my ego might say, wait a minute, is this right? No, it is right, because it's coming from messages. Now, take whatever resonates with you. Use it for your highest good. Use this to empower your life. Use it to bring out whatever it is that the divine wants you to know, and use for this week, or for maybe you know somebody that can benefit from this reading, and maybe you can forward it and share it. I really hope that you can subscribe to my channel if you're not already subscribed. I do release a video every week. Also, if you'd like to get your own personalized reading, as I mentioned before, the links are down below. And I just want to thank you all for the comments, the shares, the likes, and just being there for me, all the support you're giving me. I love you guys, and thank you all for participating in the live video with me and coming to me and telling me how much you enjoyed it, because I really enjoyed it too. I just, you know, it was last minute. I do plan on making more videos. Like I said, hopefully by later today, I will be bringing out another video of live. If not, you understand, maybe sometimes my schedule gets a little messed up. Not messed up, but a little overwhelmed, you know, because I am on holiday with my husband and his family. So I don't know what, I get surprise itineraries without me realizing it, and a lot of you already know this, okay? So I just want to show a little bit of what my backyard, or their backyard, looks like. As you can see, this beautiful water fountain. Let me zoom up on it. It's gorgeous. Okay, just want to show you a little bit of the backyard, how beautiful it is. And until next time, God be with you all. Love and light to you. Namaste.